Hi everyone, I'm Kayla from Everywhere Dog, and today I'm going to talk to you about introducing the e-collar. So the first step is finding your dog's working level. So you're going to start at a level 1 and work your way up, just tapping, and you're going to wait for any indication that the dog is feeling the stim. So depending on the dog, this could be super subtle, like blinks or ear twitches, or it could be a little more obvious, like a major head twitch. Or him getting up and moving. So you can see Cooper does that at a level 7 here. He really twitches his head to the side. But make sure that this twitch isn't occurring simultaneously with anything else going on, such as sounds and movements. We want to make sure that he's actually reacting to the stim. So once the dog feels the stim, typically you can dial down a couple of numbers to see if he can feel it at a lower level. Usually a dog will feel something and ignore it because they're not sure what it is, not sure what to do with it. But once it gets high enough that it stands out, they will react and show you that sign. So you can see here, we were actually able to level Cooper down to a 2 instead of the 7 that he originally felt it at. So as he's getting distracted, we're moving up and moving down. But at first, we're staying really, really low here between a 2 and a 4. And we're doing a little pattern where we are pressing the stim. As soon as he comes to us, we tell him good and we reward and repeat. So we do that a bunch of times until the dog realizes that the stim means food. And if you have a high drive dog, high food drive dog, you can just work with kibble. If you have a dog that's a little nervous, a little sensitive, then you might want to use a higher value reward. So here we're working through it and just making sure that he knows that, hey, stim means food, stim is good, stim is positive. We're not using high levels that are going to scare him, and we want this to be a fun thing for Cooper, and we want him to react really, really well to it. So this is the best way to pair it. So now we're going to start adding in the word come when we talk to him. So this training session is a little bit of a twofer. So we are pairing the stim and letting him know that when the stim is on, it means that we need his attention and he will get a reward. But we also are training come during this time. So all we need to do to update that is to just add come in. So instead of the stim and then the mark and the reward and repeat, we're going to do command, stim, mark, reward, and repeat. So we're going to say come and press the stim button at the exact same time. And then we're going to tell him good. We're going to give him the treat and we're going to keep working. So it's just super important that you make sure that you're not rewarding any bad behaviors such as barking, pawing at you, jumping. A lot of dogs will get excited when there is food around. So you need to make sure that if that's happening, just continue working through it until the dog is no longer doing those behaviors. If the dog understands corrections already, if you're working on prong, the dog jumps up on you, there's no reason why you can't tell him no and give him a little bit of a tug off, just because we want him to know that regardless of your excitement level, even though we're trying something new, does not mean that you are allowed to jump on us. So here we brought out one of Cooper's toys and just decided to keep working him with his toy around. So we are going to switch over to long line and take his e-collar training to the next level using commands that he has already learned. So stay tuned for our next video on layering.